Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to find your soulmate, get into a positive relationship, one that is not toxic, one that you could potentially, a person that you could potentially find to marry or to remain partners for the rest of your life. You cannot expect to find anyone. You cannot expect to keep anyone. Not that they're material, but you know what I mean, to remain in a relationship with someone unless you have these 5 things. Like seriously, I guess you could skip 1 and 2, but I wouldn't suggest it. And then at the end, I have a bonus that is most likely the most important thing. And that kind of falls short unless you do the first 5 things. So before that, my name is Kai Valentine, and I am a spiritual person who just wants to talk about spirituality in a very like a friend to friend kind of thing. I'm not some Bible thumper or anything like that. I don't like those people personally. I'm not a fundamentalist, but I'm a Christian, and it doesn't matter what religion you are. I just want to help people become more spiritual. I also will be teaching a lot of self-help. I want to help you become a better person. It's a marathon, not a sprint. And I found reasonable success in love at a very young age, and it wasn't hard. You know, I was blessed early, yes, but I could have easily fallen off the bandwagon, and there were times. But I want to help you do the same. So if you're new here, join the Valentine family by subscribing, and please hit that like button. It helps so much. Okay, enough yapping. The first 2 things are sort of, I guess you could say, superficial. I don't know if that's the right thing to do with your hands. And that's true, but I cannot ignore it. There's so many channels that ignore these 2 things, and it's just gonna hold you back. And the first thing is, you have to have nice teeth. Now, I'm not saying mine are perfect. They're not as white as I would like them to be, but I do spend money on my teeth. If there's anything you should go into debt about, or debt in, and no, I'm not a financial advisor, but if you don't have the money to get your teeth fixed, I personally would go into debt. In fact, I pay a certain amount of money each month because my teeth are very soft. I've brushed the enamel off, so they were screwed up. I also have bad genetics with gum disease, so I spend a lot of money in order to take care of my teeth, and we take it for granted. But your teeth should be white. If you smoke a lot of weed, or if you smoke cigarettes, or you drink a lot of coffee and you don't brush your teeth a lot, if you're trying to find someone attractive and you want someone to be attractive to you, no one is going to want to be around someone with nasty teeth. It's just, I've seen some very attractive women, and then their teeth were just horrible. And I'm a germaphobe. I don't want to kiss that. And it sounds superficial, but your God gave you your body to take care of, and you're obviously not taking care of it. I'm not saying you personally, my friend, but for anyone out there who's like kind of on the fence about getting their teeth fixed, it's so important. It's so important, and it will be an investment for the rest of your life. You'll be an older person that has stronger teeth, and it's you have to do it. In my opinion, yes, it sounds horrible, but I just wanted to get that out there. Number 2 is you have to be in shape. I'm not saying ripped. I'm not saying even below 20% body fat. I'm just saying you have to be trying, you have to be doing something physical each and every day. 10 minutes, 20 minutes is amazing. Anything beyond that, you're gold. But 10 minutes a day, anyone can do it. I don't care what excuse you have. Unless you have a physical debilitation or a mental issue, you don't have an excuse like those people do. You know, and even then, I've seen so many of those, you know, I guess you could say unfortunate people who are stronger than so many people without problems because they go to physical therapy and they're trying. Do not take your body for granted. You have to do something. Easy. 10 push-ups, 10 sit-ups, and if you can, 10 pull-ups. If you can't do a pull-up, hang for 10 seconds and do that 3 times. Done. Do it every day. If you can't do a push-up, do it on your knees. If you can't even do that, stand against a wall and do push-ups that way and work your way up. Done. 10 minutes. It's going to take you 10 minutes. You can do it throughout the day. Do 5 push-ups. Do it again in an hour. you have to be at least trying to respect your body. And doing so, you will find someone else who attracts, or who has who takes health responsibly, because you don't want to be an older person and be overweight, and then if you do decide to have kids, you're doing your children a disservice, because who knows if you're gonna drop dead. What is it? Obesity is like one of the main killers in this world. Speaking of that, it's all heart issues, and your gums play a big part in that. So it's just hand in hand. Take care of your teeth. Take care of your body. If you have any questions about fitness or nutrition, write them down below. I'm a personal trainer, but it was one of the worst investments of my life, because you don't need to be a personal trainer to get in good shape. I'm going to be releasing a video. I am over 20% body fat right now, and I'm doing a full makeover of my body. I'm doing calisthenics, which is just body weight. I've already seen huge improvements, so I'm going to do that, and I'm completely natural. I don't do any steroids, SARMs, anything like that. The third thing, and I wrote these down because I'm smart. Oh, this is a good one. Out of all these, I think you're going to hate doing this. But they say pain is weakness leaving the body. I don't get behind that a whole lot, but I feel like I'm talking fast. I'm so passionate about this stuff. It's just so important to me. Write down your values. You know, and values can be subjective, kind of, but for me, I don't care what anyone says. I just say what I think is important to me. If it's a value, whatever. If it's not, I don't care. It could be a trait, could be a characteristic. I'm courageous. That is something that's very important to me. Being courageous, doing stuff you don't want to do, being scared of something and still doing it. I'm not talking about jumping off cliffs. I'm talking about, you know, if I had to do a speech, I took 3 speech classes in college, and I hated every single one. I was so nervous for business speech that I got Bell's palsy, and that means half my face numbed. So I had to do that whole freaking class with half my face numb. I looked stupid, and it was so embarrassing, but I became such a stronger person for it. Because imagine, you talk like this, and you can't even drink water because it falls out of your mouth. Bell's palsy sucks, and there's a possibility it could be permanent. And mine was stress-induced. That's how much I hated doing speeches. Now, you might be surprised because you see me energetic. Yeah, I'm an extrovert, but it doesn't mean I like doing public speeches. I hate it. But I still did it, and I became a very strong person for it. So, courage, loyalty is very important to me. Being responsible is very important to me financially. Giving, being very generous, being kind, that's huge. Like, I don't make fun of people. Not bullying, obviously, so that's the opposite. Being kind, generous. Bullying is my most hated thing in my life. I cannot stand bullies. So I'm getting in a rant. But I have the traits that I have decided to call hero traits. Anything that makes you a hero, kind of like Batman, Spider-Man, those values to me are very important. So I pretend that I'm a hero, and so when something happens to me, I don't say, oh, what would Jesus do? Because sometimes it's so conservative, like he would hug someone. I don't know. I don't ask that question. I say, what would Batman do? What would Spider-Man do? And I know it sounds silly, but those are my values. I take them from heroes, and that's the Champion Project that I've been talking about. I'm writing a book, the 50 Steps to Becoming a Hero, and then it will have a questionnaire that tells you which kind of champion you are. What are you, a Spartan? Are you a secret agent? Are you a centurion? It's going to be super cool. Also, with this, you need to write your flaws. And I don't even mind telling you guys my flaws. I'm envious. I'm an envious person. I see someone having success. It drives me nuts because I'm like, oh, I should have got into that. Oh, I didn't buy that stock, but he did. Now I'm behind. It's something I detest about myself, and I'm working on it, and I've gotten so much better at my envy. Jealousy, right up there with it. I get jealous of other people's success, and it makes me feel rotten inside. Now that I have these things written down, I have told Lisa, which was just humiliating, but she's been helping me realize that if we're happy for that other person, we can start focusing on ourselves, and we should try to help that person become more successful, and they will in turn pull you up if they're a good friend. So these aren't nearly as bad as they were when I was in my early 20s, but I've gotten better at it. And again, I don't care about telling you guys this. Flaws is I have an addictive personality. I was addicted to prescription drugs. I was a heavy drinker. I've been sober for a long time now, and I don't take any drugs anymore, but I nearly died because of it. So yeah, addictive personality, I have to watch it. And that's a big problem with the law of attraction, is we're supposed to just ignore these things and not think about them and just think, you know, daisies all day, you're just repressing it. And now there's always if you don't attract what you want, you might turn back to those qualities because you're in a pity party and you're like, oh, well, this didn't work, so I'm going to go back and do what I did and prove a point to the universe, whatever. It's a problem. So write down your flaws and start working on them. The next thing is financially responsible. You need to be either financially responsible or working towards it. I don't care if you're male, female, whatever sex you go by, whatever you call yourself, you need to be working towards a goal, making money enough to support yourself. I don't care if you don't want to be wealthy. You need to start working towards you can support yourself. You don't have to be financially independent when you're starting to look for people, but be working towards it. And when you're looking for this person, you will need to make sure that they're doing the same. You do not want someone on the couch doing nothing while you're the only one working. Nope. Housewives are different. House dads are different. Whatever sex you are, if you work at home and you're taking care of the kids, that's a huge service, right? There's a difference between that and, taking care of a good home and just being a lazy piece of shit. There's a complete difference, guys. And you should be just as proud as if you owned $1 billion company or if you were just someone someone at home taking care of kids and raising an amazing person, an actual soul. So you need to find someone like that, not someone who's going to do drugs and sit on the couch all day and play video games and just soak up your money. No, not going to work. Never going to work. Never, never, never. You will not last. And if you do last, you're going to be the most miserable person on earth. Bonus, there's 2 bonuses. Bonus number 1, realize anyone deserves love. Anyone who does the first 5 things that I say, they respect their bodies, they respect the thing God gave them, they are working on their flaws, they're embracing their values, they are working towards making more money in order to have better experiences in life, they're reading self-help books, they're doing all this stuff. Realize that one day you will find someone. And I highly suggest getting on Tinder, flipping through at least 100 girls, 100 guys, whatever. Personally, I would recommend not just doing it for sex. Do not answer the call of, oh, it's me and my boyfriend and we're looking for another partner. First of all, not only is that dangerous, but you could get an STD really bad because it's just, they're wanting sex. It will suck your soul out. So don't do it for sex. Do it for love and romance and trying to find, people who are fun to be with. You don't have to fall in love with the first 10 people, whatever. But you will find someone one day. And keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. You will find somebody. I can guarantee this. If you're doing the first 5 steps, you will find someone that you truly love. It took me until I was 26 and I dated a lot. And never did I find someone who, like Lisa, let me be exactly who I wanted to be. And she opened me up to being the full Kai that I could be, so much so that I was chaotic. Because I didn't know what to do with all this new power. And I became quickly disorganized, and she reorganized everything. And now she has a promise ring from me. And speaking of financially independent, I bought her a promise ring with a raw black diamond. So there are black diamonds, but I got one raw because I thought it was cooler than just a polished diamond. Anyway, the next one is the last bonus. And guys, please hit that subscribe button if you're enjoying this. Comment down below any questions you might have and share with a friend or family member who you think would enjoy this. It really helps the YouTube algorithm so much, and I'm really grateful for you if you do that to me. Do that to me. Just caress that like button, will ya? The last thing is to have a hobby. Have more than one hobby. Do a hobby that just makes you happy. Not one to make money, just one to, have fun with. Me, I love card magic. I love cardistry. I'm not the best, obviously, but, that's the fan I'm working on. I'm working on closing it. This is just stuff that I do, and it makes me a more interesting person. It makes me, not looking. It makes me someone that's not stagnant, and I don't need someone to be happy when I have my hobbies. I can go do my own thing. So, yeah. Yeah, you didn't know I could do that, did you? Yeah, so I just have tons of hobbies. I love language learning. I do. I love it. Je parle français, mais ce n'est pas parfait. I'm also learning Italian and Japanese, and I'm also learning to code because I'm insane. I have many hobbies, so if Lisa ever has to go somewhere, I'm not just at the door. Oh, where's she at? Oh, I'm gonna wake up my dog. Guys, please hit that like button. Please subscribe if you enjoy this. Remember, all of these are very important. Do not ignore them. And again, I'm not a financial advisor, but if I'm going to go into debt for anything, it's going to be for my teeth. Not even education. Not even education. I suggest your teeth and your health. So if you need to get a surgery, if you need to get your teeth done, do it. And you can argue with me all you want, but if you've got nasty teeth, people are going to think different of you. They're not going to want to be around you. I could go on about teeth. I have a thing for teeth. You just got to do it. And if I'm spending money on it, you can too, because I don't want to spend. Oh my God. Guys, I'm sorry. Okay. All right. I love you guys. Please hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Bye.